My name is Kim Dangerfield, and I'm the Director of Outreach and Support Services for Grace Smith House. I supervise all of our non-residential programs, making sure that staff are supported, the folks that we are serving are taken care of, and that we are meeting all of our goals and outcomes. Grace Smith House provides a safe haven for individuals and families dealing with domestic violence. We provide a host of services to folks who are really have been isolated and cut off from many of their supports. So some of the services that we provide include an emergency shelter. We have a 24-hour hotline. We have support groups. We provide domestic violence counseling, advocacy, accompaniment, all to help people navigate through the systems and start to heal from the trauma that they and their children have experienced. The Clothesline Project is an amazing exhibit, and I would suggest anyone who is available to come and see it. What it really is survivors having the experience or the ability to tell their neighbors what their experiences were.
I'm 72, and I've been an artist my entire life. It's most always been narrative. It's always told stories, and the stories evolve. I just start with something, and then all this imagery just comes out of my imagination, and I start to just create these narratives, and I've been doing that a long time. So these t-shirts by all these people, young and old, I guess, that is expressing what art is truly meant to express, which is using visual materials like paints and substrates like t-shirts, and expressing themselves with, artistic visual materials. They put on the t-shirt show last year, and I often go to the gallery where it was, so I decided I would go, and it just blew me away, both that people suffer so much, and it was people like me. It was really felt corroborating, and I was just really grateful that Grace House does it, that acknowledges it. It's hard to always have to be pretending I'm something that I'm not.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Can you introduce yourself a little?
My name's Betsy Giacaruso. I've been an artist most of my life. Found that I found art a way to express myself. I always felt like I wasn't good with words.
What would you say that the Clothesline Project means to you and other survivors as well?
I think it means hope. Some of the t-shirts are very hard to look at and be with, but they're also, I think being able to, each individual being able to express themselves and the art being seen is, it's an opportunity to not, to really get it out there in the world that, it impacts more people than I think anyone realizes. And I think it's very therapeutic and healing for people's stories to be out there and to share. And it's also a connection between those people. I know I felt very connected, and it just has you more aware that you're not as alone as you thought you were. It's brave to express yourself, having been through these experiences, and those voices on those t-shirts are now getting out in the world where they might have been hidden. And I think that's the first step to gaining a little bit of freedom for each of those individuals. And also, I think it's hard for the world sometimes to hear these negative things, and people would rather not have to feel it or see it. But so a lot of times I think that survivors might feel like they have to protect other people from hearing it. But I think it's really important that the world has a better idea of how many people are impacted by it, and that's the only way that we'll be able to make change.
I'm a survivor.
I am a survivor.
Domestic violence is a traumatic experience for anyone who is the victim of it, whether they are a child living in the household or whether they are the partner of the abusive individual. Long-term impact of trauma can have lots of health and social outcomes, mental health issues, all kinds of negative impact that require work for healing. Reach out to us whenever you are able to. Talk to someone you trust who can help support you in the meantime, right? Our 24-hour hotline is available to anyone at any time. That number is 845-471-3033. And we will support you in whatever way you need at that moment, right? Whether it is just information, whether you want services, whether you just have questions, however we can assist, we will do that. And if and when you need additional assistance, we will be here for you as well. The Clothesline Project information will be on all of Grace Smith House social media, right? We're on Facebook and Instagram. You can also find information about it on our website, which is www.gracesmithhouse.org.